Yo galera, beleza? Então vamos voltar aqui na nossa gameplay. No último episódio lá eu mostrei pra vocês, falei pra dar toda a volta aqui na cidade antes de entrar. Tinha mais alguns locais aqui, que depois eu dei mais outra volta aqui. E como eu falei, eu deixei passar algumas coisas. Essa porta aqui você pode entrar, pode ter alguns itens aqui pra pegar. Tem essa caixa aqui que eu não consegui abrir. E se eu não me engano, aqui em volta tinha mais umas duas casas para entrar. Aí você entra e pega o loot. E aquele tipo porto lá onde a gente pegou a primeira parte da quest, lá embaixo lá, ó. Ali você pode dar a volta ali que também tem mais algumas caixas para pegar. Beleza? Então, vamos continuar aqui. Vamos aqui desenrolar o jogo. Como eu falei pra vocês, eu não cheguei a jogar muito. Só joguei tipo uns 20 minutos. A partir daqui é tudo coisa nova pra gente. Tudo que a gente for aprender é novo. E a gente vai junto nessa. Se tiver alguma dica aí que vocês quiserem deixar aí nos comentários. Beleza? Deixa eu só ver qual que é a quest aqui que tá marcada pra gente. É do cemitério. Vamos fazer ela. Terminar de fazer ela.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state? What? No. I mean, I might be. That depends on who's asking. Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Sounds like he's already told you. You may as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one. I'll pay your
A gente é
fees.
assim.
I don't want any
Tá
trouble
devendo, tem
from
que pagar.
Silas. But if you could see a way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
Pegar outra quest aqui secundária.
Tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Vamos ver quem que a gente...
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead. All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic. I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. All right. Here's a summary.
Vamos usar aqui as opções pra gente ganhar
And we
pouquinho
don't
de
have the
XP.
medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you. I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better. That's all I can ask of you.
Se você estiver escutando aí os cachorros latindo de fundo, eu vou tentar dar uma tirada na edição, mas foda. Vamos ver quem que é o próximo. Tô aqui dentro. Eu sempre aperto o botão errado.
Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. I mean that I can't possibly pay my gravesite fees. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch. With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers! No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
Vamos ver se tem alguma coisa aqui.
What can I do for you? You know about Eugene? How? then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave. That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I? Yes, I suppose I must. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
Beleza. Outra coisa. Vocês querem que continue tipo episódio de 30 minutos? Sempre passa um pouquinho ali, 32, 35. Ou vocês querem episódio menor ou maior que 30? Deixa aí também que eu, conforme for a solicitação de vocês, eu vou tentando fazer. Tá lá em cima. Oh, apagaiu. Whatever, escambau.
Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill. If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Não é só a lei daí não. Aqui é mais ou menos daí também. Agora a gente já pode ir lá entregar. Se soubesse onde que sai daqui agora. Olha. Pegar, né? Não tá marcado nada como roubo. Acho que é esse lado aqui que sai. É lógico que a gente saiu na saída do outro lado. Eita. Coisa que eu gostei foi só a barrinha ali, não ter a barra de estamina, que você pode correr à vontade, já, cara, foda. E tem a opção lá de perk pra você colocar pra correr mais rápido ainda. Se tem a opção de não ficar cansado, não sei se precisa daquele perk, só se você quiser.
Some kind of hibernation suit? You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. and I'll buy you a drink sometime. Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy. What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I needed his fees because of his name. A, for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
E passamos de nível. Ai, que da hora. Então vamos fazer o... deixar aqui, ficar no 35, depois a gente já vai pro 40. Aí a gente já vai aumentar em 50% o dano da nossa arma. Vamos ver o que mais que a gente pode colocar. Tecnologia. Eu não sei se eu vou usar Companion, muito Companion. Diálogo. Acho que isso daqui ó, que a gente vai precisar para abrir as caixas, né? Vou pôr aqui 2 pontinhos. Só para falar que não pôs nada. Depois a gente coloca mais 2. Fica com 20 aqui. Já fica ali iniciante. Aplicar. Aí no próximo nível a gente ganha um ponto lá especial pra gente distribuir. Vai, load. Instalei no SSD porque é pra ir mais rápido. Eu podia mostrar, né, qual que é a missão que tá marcada ali. Esse daqui é dos narcos. Vamos para essa daqui principal então. Vou começar ela, depois a gente vai lá atrás dos narcos, do tiozinho ali. Mexendo nos terminal aqui, a gente não sabe se vai liberar alguma coisa.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform. Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process. My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way. I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there. No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could
Essa
come in
daí acho
useful.
que é a
I mean, if
companion
that's
que eu vi ela
all right
no
with you,
trailer.
Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am
Ganha
trusting you
uma
with
senha.
mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Vamos aí com ela. Só pra ver
Great.
como que é o
I got my
Paranauê.
wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Vambora. Aumenta a capacidade de carga. Beleza. Pode ser útil. Tem nada pra pegar aqui? Será que isso aqui serve? Precisa de chave. Será que se a gente matar ele a gente pega essa chave? Você não estava aqui.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Got a sec? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale. Oh, he ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from. To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left. Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. Alls I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place. Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
Vamos falar com o vigário.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
E onde fica o vigário? É legal que ele, quando você põe a mira no pontinho lá, ele fala o que é. Legal. Vamos falar com o vigário. Aqui dentro.
Sorry, I'll just be a minute.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions? The quickest way out of town?
Eita,
But what?
deu
I
bastante
thought
XP,
you
hein?
would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage
Só
you in
que já valeu a
conversation,
pena
you look at the
sair da
floor,
rota.
answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do? Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
The marauders I met when I ventured outside the walls might agree with you. Bastards snuck up on me while I was dutifully hunting for a banned book in a collector's library. Barely escaped with my life.
Eu acho que ele vai
But you
dar outra
see,
quest
one
pra
of the
gente.
reasons I transferred here was to get my hands on that heretical text. If you managed to acquire it for me, I'd pay quite a handsome sum for the book. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Beleza. Vamos sair aqui que a gente já tá na portinha. Então é isso aí, galera. Acho que já deu aqui o tempo. E a gente continua daqui. A gente vai lá pro... Como que é? Na estufa lá. Jardim Botânico. Beleza? Então, valeu, falou e aquele abraço.